Hi guys, good evening and welcome once again. So yeah, last 3 to 4 days I did not take the class. Apologies for that one because of the festival and I was in village and so on. So anyways, now onwards, I hope. So I will not take leave that much. So if I'll take also, I will inform you proactively. So coming back, so here we created IT security. It's one of the Google Drive. I think already I said previously also. And here I created one of the Excel sheet. Whatever course content I'm going to teach here, everything it is available in this one. Please go through this one and possible you can make your own notes also. So simultaneously, whatever classes we are going to discuss. And so based on the date and time, so I can provide the respective videos. These are all recorded videos. In case something you missed out, you can go through these videos and finally you can make notes on that one as well. Okay. So let's start now. So as I said previously, when I am going to teach OS layers, it will take a couple of days. So uh, what is next 3 to 4 classes completely? It's
Excuse
about,
me, sorry to disturb you.
yeah, please.
This is first class or
Is it a first? Yes, it is first class.
yeah, how many class already completed?
One demo class and also one is course content, syllabus only explained.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Sorry for this.
It's okay, no problem. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. Yeah, only 2 classes. You can see here recorded session also. One is the demo and second one is the course content and syllabus. So as I said, this is not only for one security domain. I'm going to teach around 6 to 7 domains in the entire course content. That's why it will take 90 days to complete overall syllabus. Okay. So as I said, I will not start today itself all these in-depth analysis of our main course content. So I will give the couple of introduction about acronyms and also synonyms or regular words or full forms, whatever we are going to teach. Next, maybe 4 to 5 classes are completely these definitions only. So our network, I mean, our voice layers, I can start maybe coming Monday itself. I think it will take another 3 to 4 classes. So let's start now. So here I will make it as a tab name is called acronyms or full forms. So these words we can use regularly. So that is the reason I'm providing proactively so that you should not get confusion. So here I will say full forms or acronyms. So first one is LAN. So we will use regularly this one, but even though you are not a part of the networking concept background, doesn't matter. So first 1 week classes are completely new to you. Don't worry about that one. It will habituate. So all these are new terminology. You don't worry about that one. Okay. And whatever we are going to discuss, as I said, these words we can use regularly. So LAN, you know already, local area network. So today I will give the complete the list of the full forms only. Tomorrow I'll explain about all these full definitions, what is meant by each and every word. Okay. So local area network. So whenever we are referring the network, don't think like a social network. It is a computer network. So in a single location, our network are our computers. Computers means not only just our laptop or MacBook, even routers, switches, load balancer, everything we can connect it together using one of the physical cable connectivity or maybe using optical fiber connectivity. So in a single location is called local area network. So for example, take one of the bank. So or maybe one of the school or one of the university or one of the retail shop. Okay. So one of the travel agency. So If you want to book the ticket, you will go to travel agency and you will say like, so you want to go to X to Y. So they have the laptop, they have the printer, they have the switch, and they have the router. In such a way, one small area network they will configure in the respective physical location. That physical location we can call it as a local area network. It's a single location. Okay, so that is called LAN. Anyway, tomorrow once again I will give the in-depth analysis. And WAN. So WAN full form is wide area network. It's for across the multiple location. So example, our bank is located in the Singapore, our bank is located in the USA, our bank is located in the UK, and our bank is located in the India as well. If you want to combine together all these different types of the local area networks or different types of banks in the different cities or different countries, so then finally we have to use the internet. So across the geographical location, so then we can connect together using the VPN or maybe through internet or public network. So that is called wide area network. So it is a computer network. It will connect so all the devices across the geographical location. The geographical location may be different continents, nothing but North America or South America, Asia Pacific or Middle East, Europe or Africa and so on. So in the similar way, different countries. So as I said, couple of example like Singapore, UK, USA, India. If you want to connect together, communicate these four countries, so then we can use wide area network. Or maybe different cities. So that cities may be Bangalore, Chennai, Kolkata. So these cities offices, if you want to connect it together using different geographical location, then once again internet or public network is a mandatory using a router. So that is called wide area network. Okay, so single location we can call it as a local area network, and so multiple locations or across the geographical locations we can call it as wide area network. In that wide area network also we have to connect it together multiple devices so that it will communicate each other. So that is called wide area network. Next one is a MAN. MAN is metropolitan area network. So here multiple metropolitan cities. So in India, take example of the metropolitan cities like Delhi, Kolkata, Mumbai, Chennai, Hyderabad. If you want to connect these different types of cities using computer network. So how this is possible? Via internet or via public network or via virtual private network, VPN. So that communication will happen these five cities, Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, Hyderabad, and Bangalore. So in such a way, data can be exchanged. So that is called metropolitan area network. Okay. So how we can define this one? It's a computer network. It will connect all the network devices like a laptop or MacBook or workstation or desktop or mobile or servers or databases or applications or routers or switches. So via public network or internet across the metropolitan cities is called as a MAN, metropolitan area network. Okay. So for this one also compulsory internet is a mandatory, a router is a mandatory, and also VPN is a mandatory. Yeah, this is first class. First two classes are completely demo, and also second one is course content. This is my first class basically. PAN. So next one, personal area network. So what is personal area network in our home? Example, in our home, we are using our laptop, we are using on desktop, we are using for printing out papers, printout in the similar way, mobile devices, or maybe we are connecting to, so even televisions using IoT devices. If we are connecting all these devices in our personal network, that is called personal area network. Okay. So for this one, may or may not be internet is required. Okay. So that is called PAN, personal area network. This is for our personal purpose. So our home network, otherwise we can say. In my home, so I want to establish one of the network that should connect via mobile, and also that should connect my laptop or my workstation, my desktop or my printer or my TV, all these together. Then that particular network, we can call it as personal area network. So next one, we have a couple of other definitions. DC. DC means domain data center, sorry. Data center. What is meant by data center? It is a dedicated room or site. So in that room or site, what exactly we will keep? We will keep all of our devices. So what are the different type of devices we will keep? The devices may be our servers, our databases, our routers, our switches, our load balancer, everything, one of the physical location or physical room. That room is called as a data center. Okay. So for this data center, couple of the prerequisites are mandatory. Without prerequisites, we should not go and we should not implement all those solutions. Okay, so for that one, we have to use couple of rack mount or wall mount. What is meant by rack mount and what is meant by wall mount? In our personal home, whatever TV we are deploying, that is called wall mount. So we will deploy with the couple of on top of the wall, we can deploy our television or TV, that is called as wall mount. But in the bigger organization or enterprise organization or medium scale industry or small scale industry, so wall mount is not that much is recommendable. So because there are so many devices are available, so that is the reason we can use a rack mount. Rack mount is like alarm kind of thing, alarm, or we can say birwa, something like that. So there we can deploy all of our devices. How the data center looks like, for example. So this is the actually perfect data center. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Usual.
Yeah. So this is the data center. This is called rack mount. It's not a wall mount. So in this rack, so we can deploy our physical servers, physical databases, physical routers, physical switches, everything we can deploy. And finally, we can use different types of cable connectivity, either optical fiber or maybe we can use RJ45 or Ethernet cable connectivity. So one output is equivalent to another device input, and another device input is we can fit into other device output. This is the way how the process we have to define. That is anyway different story. So, but this is the way how the data center looks like. So for this one, what exactly mandatory? So we have to keep carbon dioxide cylinders. Why we have to keep carbon dioxide cylinders? Because whenever any burning it will occur. So in that scenario, this carbon dioxide will reduce the burn. In the similar way, always the data centers with -5 degrees centigrade we have to keep. Why? Because these devices will dissipate a lot of heat. Lot of heat dissipation will be there. To reduce that heat dissipation, we can use so air conditioner. Okay, with -degree centigrade we have to keep. In the similar way, so plantation we have to keep outside of the organization. Even possible, we have to maintain the ventilations so that whatever heat is generating, it will go via ventilation, or outside air, it will come to inside the room. So outside of the even data center, it's better to maintain the water as well. Whenever any burning will occur using that water, we can stop that burn. So these are all the couple of things. And additionally, from security point of view, we should not allow to every person into the data center. Whoever has the access and whoever is working in the data center, those people only we have to provide the access. So we have to define the access control there itself. So this is the way how the data center looks like. So this is called DC, data center. Okay, what are the prerequisites I said? Carbon dioxide cylinder, ventilation, and also plantation. Okay, air conditioner. So all these are couple of prerequisites we have to maintain so that whenever any disaster recovery or business interruptions or business outage or burn or fire, it will happen, it will reduce. Okay, so that's why we have to maintain all those prerequisites. So we have one more DC. What is that one more DC? Domain controller. What is this domain controller? So I will go too much in depth. Don't get confusion. Okay. Uh, so that is the reason all these definitions I'm giving now itself. A domain, first of all, what is mean by domain? Domain meaning here, it's a one type of group kind of thing. For example, tcs.com, that is one of the domain. Gmail.com, that is one of the domain. Yahoo.com, that is one of the domain. Okay, facebook.com, that is one of the domain. So all these are different types of domains. So now, whenever you want to register in the Facebook app or Instagram app or Twitter app, so first thing is you have to do sign up. Either through you can sign up via mobile number, or maybe through you can sign up via your email address. So once you will sign up, you have to provide your first name and last name, mobile number, country where you are living. So finally, once registration is completed, you will receive one of the activation link. Once you are clicking on the activation link, finally you are getting into the app, whatever app you are utilizing it. Now, so next time if you want to log into that app, so our application, so now you have to enter your username. So that may be your mobile number or email address. And next one, you will enter your password. So now once you are providing your mobile number or email address and also your password, your backend server. So take example Facebook, now we can take. So now I will go back and I will explain about in our practical real-time world. So take this one example. So your email address and phone number and also password. So at the time, if I don't have the account, obviously I have to click on the create new account and I have to fill all these details. Then I will get the activation link. And finally, I have to click on the activation link and my account will be verified. So later, once I have the existing account, then I have to come to our main page. Then I have to enter my email address and also phone number and password. So then we have to click on the login. Whatever data we are providing in this application, this one is called input validation. Input validation. Attacker can do hacking in these fields also. Attack, maybe I know about your mobile number, I will try your password. I know about your Gmail address, I will try your password. By guessing the password, I can log into your account if you don't have the multi-factor authentication or OTPs. So that is possible. So providing the user input is called as input validation. So this is a front end. Now, once I registered and I have the account, and if I want to log into my account now, I have to enter the email address and phone number and password, click on the login button. Now, who will verify my identity? So whether I am the end user or correct user or not. So that correct user or not can be verified. Facebook database server will verify whether you are available in the Facebook database or not. Okay. So if your existing account and you are available and your verification and account, everything is fine, then you are able to log into the app or application. Otherwise, if you don't have the account and obviously, and database will mismatch, and finally you are not able to log in. So now who is providing your authentication, authorization? Authorization is providing by your database. And who is providing authentication? Providing the authentication is end user. What is the authentication here? Either my mobile number or phone number and password. That is called authentication. Authentication always from the end user side. Okay, user side, front end. So always authorization is from the backend side. Okay, here Facebook database server will verify the end user identity, whether this user is existing in the database or not. Now, why I'm bringing the topic now, same whatever now we discussed, same thing you can correlate to our IT and software industry. So whenever you are onboarding any company, that may be TCS or Infosys or Wipro or Accenture or Google or Facebook and so on. So they will create, once you are onboarding in a company, they will assign one of the laptop to you or desktop to you or workstation to you. Your name, they will create under the domain. Example, maybe you selected for Infosys. They'll create your domain under infosys.com. Okay. And which team you belongs to? You belongs to cybersecurity team, or you belongs to machine learning team, or you belongs to HR team. So now what a team belongs to, that one also can be specified by the respective Windows administrator. Once they are giving the laptop to you, then they will share the default username and password. Then using that username and password, you have to log in. Once you are giving the username and password, that is called authentication. Now your backend Infosys domain controller, it will validate whether you are a part of the Infosys domain or not. Just compare with Facebook, whatever I said. So now Infosys domain controller, it will act as a database. Now this domain control, it will validate this user. Okay, so existing in the infosys.com domain or not. In case it is not existing, it will throw error stating that you are not a part of the infosys.com. Please contact the help desk team or service desk team. Okay, now we have to make a toll-free number, or we have to call to them, and we have to rectify the issue by contacting the local IT team or IT team. So here domain controller, what is the functionality? It will provide authentication, authorization, mainly authorization. Authentication is the front end and authorization is the back end. Enter a question. What is domain controller? Enter the question. What is authentication? What is authorization? Okay. So domain control functionality is it will verify the end user identity, or it is centralized server, it will verify the end user identity or authorization. That is called domain controller. So domain controller will be maintained by not security team. Domain controller will be maintained by Windows administrator separate team, or system administrator, or IT team, or network administrator. It depends on company to company. Those names will be changed or different. Okay, that is DC. And here one more DC, as I said, it's a data center. And we have DR. DR full form is disaster recovery. What is disaster recovery? Whenever any natural calamities, it will appear or it will happen. So what are the natural calamities? For example, earthquakes, or tufan, or tornadoes, or rains, or tsunami. Okay, so all these are natural calamities. So natural calamities, it will have occurred. For example, our main office is completely collapsed or demolished. Can we continue our business operation? We cannot continue our business operation. Then how we can survive? So to maintain this drawback, to eliminate this drawback, so alternative backup site we have to deploy. That alternative backup site is called a disaster recovery site. For example, you are traveling from X to Y location. You are traveling, for example, maybe Hyderabad or Bangalore to Agra. Okay, so for visiting purpose to see Taj Mahal. So maybe in that scenario, so in between, okay, so somewhere, okay, your mobile is switched off and you don't have any alternative backup. So obviously we have to maintain the power backup or not. Yes, we have to maintain the power backup. Now your mobile inbuilt charging is called as a data center, and whatever power backup you are maintaining, that is called disaster recovery. Just compare whatever practical day-to-day scenario I'm explaining. Your inbuilt recharge, whatever in mobile it is there, that is called main data center. And whatever power bank you are using, once the main, okay, so power, I mean, mobile recharge is completely shut down. So or switch off. Then in that scenario, we are using power backup to recharge once again. Then power backup, we can call it a disaster recovery site. If primary site is completely is demolished, or maybe due to earthquakes or tsunamis or tornadoes or rains, is completely is not working. So our network outage issues. In that in that scenario, we have to continue our business from the alternative site or backup site. That alternative site or backup site where we are continuing the business operation is called a disaster recovery site. Even for this one also, we have a lot of vacancies. BCPDR, business continuity planning and disaster recovery. For example, so always primary and backup, it will not be in the same place. So if primary and backup sites are in the same place, if primary is got destroyed, obviously secondary also maybe it will destroy. For example, so two buildings, so primary and secondary are backup. So primary is got rains. Don't you think that secondary also will get rains and outage will occur? Yes, it is. So that is the reason always primary site, always we have to maintain the disaster recovery site approximate 100 kilometers away. If primary site, for example, maybe we are deploying in Hyderabad location, disaster recovery site, we have to deploy approximate maybe in Chautupal or maybe Suryapet or Mahbub Nagar. Okay. So this is the way how the distance we should maintain. Maybe in Hyderabad floods are coming. That doesn't mean that in Mahabubnagar or Suryapet compulsory flood has to come. Maybe in Hyderabad location, primary site, it's completely destroyed or damaged. Then I can travel to Suryapet or Mahabubnagar. Then I will continue my business operations. So that DR, you can call it as a backup site or disaster recovery. Something damage or disaster it's happened. In that scenario, how we can continue the operation. That is called DR site. Okay, next one is AD. So AD full form is Active Directory. So what is this Active Directory? So previously we discussed about domain controller. So Active Directory, what is mobile directory? So example, everyone has a mobile. So mobile directory, what is mobile mean by mobile directory? In the mobile directory, whenever someone calling us, it's a new number, then we can go and we can save that number in our directory of the mobile. So we can provide a name and easy way of the remembering. So in the similar way, whether he's a colleague or maybe he's a friend or maybe he's a family member or maybe relative, we can provide the so easy way of the remembering. In the similar way, we can provide the email address and everything. How we are saving all these details whenever you are saving up your contact in your mobile and maintaining and managing all these contacts, we can call it a mobile directory. Now, what is Active Directory? Active Directory is a server. It will store or it will maintain, it will manage all the end user machines that may be laptop or MacBook or workstations and desktop and also Windows servers. It's a directory of all the users information, all the devices information, all the assets information. That assets may be our laptop or MacBook, desktop or workstation, servers, so our mobiles also. That is called Active Directory. It's a directory of all these assets in the organization point of view. Okay. So for example, you are visiting any bank. So we can see receptionist, desktop, we can see cashier, and also we can see probationary officer. One of the separate dedicated room is for the separate room is for the branch manager. So either they can use either desktop or maybe they can use either laptop and so on. If you want to maintain all these devices, cashier machine or reception machine, and also so probationary officer and branch manager machines in the directory. So in the one of the single machine, that single machine we can call it as Active Directory. Directory of all the users, all the assets, all the devices information. We are grouping and we are keeping in one single server. That is called Active Directory. It's like inventory tool of all the users and devices. That is AD. So in-depth analysis we can discuss later. So next one, TCP. What is TCP? TCP is a transmission control protocol. Okay. So transmission, what is my transmission delivery or transport? Okay. So here message transport. Example, you are sending one of the message in the WhatsApp group, what are we created? Sir, when do we have the class? Or tomorrow, what time class it will be? So that time, water message or water pinging you are doing, it will deliver via through internet, via through mobile data. So finally, the transmission or transport or delivery, water message or dropping or pinging, it will come to me or it will come entire group like a broadcast message, and we can read it like a one-to-one or maybe one-to-many. So that message, how it is possible? It is possible via transmission or transport or delivery. So here mainly why we can use TCP for communication purpose or connection establishment purpose. For example, you will say hi to me, I will respond back with hi. So in such a way, communication is happening in between you and me by exchanging of the messages. So that is how it is possible. It is possible via TCP, transmission control protocol. So connection establishment or exchanging of the communication. Okay. And UDP. So UDP is a user datagram protocol. So here most of the cases like it's a connection less oriented. If you want to make a WhatsApp video call or audio call or Facebook video call or audio call or Instagram audio call or video call or online streaming of any cricket match or tennis match. Okay, so those things will fall under the UDP. First TCP connection has to establish and later UDP come into picture. Okay, all these online streaming games also will fall under the UDP connectivity, and even whatever video calls and audio calls we are making, that is also part of the UDP. So in-depth analysis we can discuss later. Next one is OSI. What is OSI full form is Open System Interconnection. What is this open system interconnection? Open system interconnection mainly it can be used for communication purpose. For example, you are withdrawing some of the money in the ATM machine. So obviously how to enter your PIN number, and also you have to enter your how much money you want to withdraw. So that is nothing but in between you and also in between backend ATM machine or server exchange it's happening, and you are providing message, you are providing input, and finally you are getting the data. So communication is happening, and finally you are withdrawing the money. Or maybe you want to book a ticket in the Ola or maybe Rapido. Okay, so in that scenario, so you can choose the respective destination from your geographical location where you are the source, and finally you can select the destination and you can confirm the respective ride. Now in between your app and also backend, so either Rapido or maybe Ola or maybe Uber, so server it will be exchange the communication. So then finally your ride will be booked, and so then you can travel. So that is also how the communication is happening now. I took example one of the app. So example, I took Uber and also Rapido app. In between end user and also Rapido app or Uber app. In the similar previously I took one of the end user and also I took one of the backend ATM server. Okay. So it is about in between two people if you want to communicate. So example WhatsApp. So in between user to user communication also, or user to server, or user to database, or user to application, or database to application, or application to application. So there are different ways it will communicate. So for communication purpose, who is provided the rules and regulation and how it is possible? So maybe 17th century or 18th century when Britain is ruling us or British are ruling us. So we have the optical fiber communication. So compulsory we have to use through physical cable connectivity in between Britain and also India, and we have to lay down that particular optical fiber. In such a way, communication will happen. In the very olden days, so then we have the doves or any servant or minister, they can travel here and there in between two kingdoms. Example, Pandavas and Cholas. If they want to communicate two kingdoms, kings, so either they can send either dove or maybe through any other servant, he can transfer in between two places and he can extend the communication. But later technologies are increasing and technology is growing. So now optical fiber communication came into picture, and later right now satellite communication we are using part of the GSLV and PSLV. So this entire communication, how it is provided to communicate in between two devices. The devices may be laptop or MacBook, or devices may be laptop or server, or user to application, or user to database, or user to server, or peer to peer. Peer to peer means neighbor. So in between any two devices. So that is defined by OSI, Open System Interconnection. So in 1984. So this one is invented in 1984. So through technology improvement side. So that layers we can go OSI layers. Okay. So now ITU, International Telecommunication Unit. Just now we discussed about OSI. For mainly communication purpose, we can use OSI. Along with OSI, we have one more framework or one more organization that is called ITU, International Telecommunication Unit. So these two are combined together in 1984. So they invented voice layer voice layer approach. Okay, according to when the user is accessing any app or any server, how the approach it will happen, how the communication will happen, how the messagings can be exchanged in between two users or in between two devices or in between user to the client or user to the server. So that is called as voice layer communication, and IT is nothing but International Telecommunication Unit. Next one is IP. So IP full form is Internet Protocol. What is this Internet Protocol? Every device will assign one of the uh, unique number. So that unique number, it's a compulsory numerical number. So numerical number means it does not contain any character or character alphabetical. Only it will contain the decimal number 1 to infinity. So that 1 to infinity, so one of the numerical number we will assign to each and every device. It's connected in the network. That may be mobile, or that may be laptop, or works. Sorry guys, workstation or desktop and so on. So these devices, we will assign one of the numerical number, that numerical number in the range of 0 to infinity. That number, whatever we are assigning to each and every device, we can call it as IP, IP address basically. Okay, so that IP, once again, it contains the different information that we can discuss later. So next one is HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. So what is this Hypertext Transfer Protocol? Hypertext Transfer Protocol, it can be used for web browsing. Web browsing. So something, if you want to browse, something you want to search. So in that scenario, we can use Hypertext Transfer Protocol, but it is not a security oriented protocol. It does not provide any security. It is security less oriented protocol. We should not use any HTTP oriented websites. Now onwards, whenever you are accessing any website or any app, please verify whether it is accessing via HTTP or HTTPS. HTTP, if you're accessing, attacker, maybe he will come in between you and also backend web browser or backend server. Then he will redirect into different websites or different fake websites or malicious websites. And finally, your system will get compromised or your account will get compromised. That is the way so many people are losing the money in the Amazon. So, or in the Flipkart. If they are placing one thing, it will come some other order. And so on. How that is possible? Using hacking. And also a couple of times we'll receive the statements like so and so celebrity account is hacked. So nothing but here, whatever website they are trying to access or apps they are trying to access, always it should be secured one. Otherwise, attacker, they will come as a middleman and finally they will hack it. So HTTP is hypertext transfer protocol, for example. How can we identify whether it is HTTP or HTTPS? You can see here, when I given wantedly, I given wrong website. Wantedly, I given wrong website. What is the website name given? Virutotal.com. Virutotal.com. That is wrong website. It does not contain any. You can see this is the one I given. Virutotal.com. So I'm browsing now. I'm doing web browsing now. I want to access one of the website or one of the application. When I'm accessing this one, it is showing as a risky. Who is providing it is showing as a risky here? Because in my laptop, in my web browser, I deployed McAfee is a antivirus tool. McAfee vendor is said, don't go for this website. Maybe if you are going this website, it's a risky one and you can lose your confidential data or your sensitive data. So its risk is very high. So don't access these type of the websites. Okay. So it is giving the verdict stating that so it is a malicious content is existing. So now I am using whether every end user is using. Now I am a security person. I know what I should use and what I should not use. All over the worldwide, each and every person, whenever they are accessing the apps, whether they are aware of this cyber security and what is HTTP or what is HTTPS, they are not sure. They will just go and they will download the apps in the Play Store, or maybe they will go into the web browser and they can give the URL link or website name, and finally attacker will come and he will take these tokens, or maybe will take the malicious websites, and finally you will end up with the leaking of your confidential data, or leaking of your money, or losing of your money. Okay. So now I will check with this is HTTP now. That's what is showing a risky website. Okay. Now you can go and you can check in your personal laptop and you can verify same website after completing the class, viretotal.com. It will come HTTP without security. Here it will come like a so a red color mark it will come through HTTP without certificate. So because I'm using already web security for my web browser, so my tool is blocked this content. Okay. Now I will go for legitimate website, virustotal.com. That is the actual website. So previously I given wrong website wantedly. Now this is the correct website. So now my even McAfee also, whatever I'm using in my web browser, that McAfee also did not block this one. This is legitimate website. It's a genuine website. It's a real website. So I'm able to go and I can complete my work here now. Okay. So this one is HTTPS. Connection is secure. Connection is secure here. This HTTPS. So always whenever we are browsing, always connection should be secure. You can access those websites only. But here it is showing. So first of all, it is not even showing it is okay. Connection is secure or not. It is blocked that activity itself by McAfee. McAfee is one of the vendor. So I purchased for 1300 rupees and I deployed in my laptop, my personal laptop. Okay. So that is called HTTP. In case if I'm accessing any data in this website, it is safe and secure. But if I'm accessing any data in this one, so we can maybe chances are there, attacker can compromise our data. So that is the difference between HTTP and HTTPS. HTTPS is a secure one. HTTPS is a non-secure one. It does not provide any security. Along with that one, there are so many other features also, like encryption and non-repudiation, and also it will provide authenticity, authorization. I don't explain that much in depth now itself, you'll get confusion. So, but so far you can remember simple thing. HTTP is a plain text without security, and HTTPS is a secure way of protocol, secure web browsing. Inter question. HTTPS, hyper text transfer protocol. S means security. So HTTP is a non-secure one and HTTPS is secure one. So this one is one of the interview question. In couple of interviews, we can expect what is the difference between HTTP versus HTTPS. Okay. So, but we have to provide in depth, but I did not provide that much. But anyways, so that is the basic one. In future, we will go and we'll discuss about so in-depth analysis. So next one, URL. URL. What is URL? So uniform resource locator. So this one is one of the URL. Even it's legitimate or illegitimate, this is one of the URL. And this is one of the, okay, so URL link. And this is one of the URL link. So uniform resource locator. And this particular website or application is deployed on top of the resource. That resource is either Windows server or web server or Apache Tomcat and so on. So that's why this one is called as uniform resource locator. So this link, whatever it is appearing in the web browser, is called as URL link. So it will provide basically address of the unique resource. So every website has a unique URL link. Example, Facebook has one of the unique URL link, Gmail has one of the URL link, YouTube has one of the URL link, and so on. All these are uniquely we can identify, like our Aadhaar card or passport. It's a unique numbers. Next one, SSL, secure socket layer. So whatever just now I explained about these websites, or take example Amazon, because regularly you will use this one, right? So that you will understand easily. So I opened Amazon retail website. So maybe I want to, okay, so buy or purchase one of the mobile or one of the laptop, one of the kitchen item, or electronic gadget, and so on. So now whatever certificate, whatever I'm using is a HTTPS or not, we can go and we can verify here. One second. You can see connection is secure. So this HTTPS website, even though after I ordered one of the laptop related to Lenovo, so, and I want to do the, okay, so money payment using debit card or credit card. After choosing the quantity as a one, and by provide billing address, and after that, so I want to do the payment transfer. That payment may be cash on delivery, or maybe through debit card or credit card or UPI or QR code, or maybe through net banking option. So for example, I don't want to use a cash on delivery. So directly I want to pay using net banking or debit card, credit card. Now, how can I trust Amazon now? Because I am entering my so debit card and credit card data into Amazon, or I'm entering my net banking username and password into the Amazon. So how can I trust Amazon now? So whether Amazon is providing security for me. So if in case he's providing, then only I can go and I can so transfer money. Otherwise, maybe so someone will come as a middle and they will take the session. And so once I'm clicking on the payment option, that payment instead of going to Amazon, maybe it will go to attacker website or attacker account. Then I can lose my money. Okay. So this is the way how the hacking it will happen. So this is application side. I'm most of the case I'm this kind of application so that you understand easily. Okay. So if it is HTTPS, it will provide in between. For example, once I log into the account here. So then I choose in respect to so electronic item. Then I given the payment. Here security, it will provide encryption and nothing but it will provide secure way of the web communication. This HTTPS, it will use one of the protocol. So that protocol is called SSL, secure socket layer. This HTTPS itself, it will use one of the protocol or certificate. That one we can call it as SSL, secure socket layer. So if I'm clicking on this certificate is valid. So now you can see, so this is the certificate. So they purchased, Amazon is purchased from DigiSet. So using this one only, we can provide the safe and secure money transfer and even data transfer or exchange offer, whatever it may be. Sorry, not exchange offer. So money transfer or data transfer or communication transfer with safe and secure. Okay. So because of these certificates, this certificate will use one of the protocol that is called SSL, secure socket layer. So next one is TLS, transport layer security. So what is this TLS? Same thing here. Certification not only just it will be used by SSL, HTTPS will use one more protocol. That protocol name is called TLS, transport layer security. So why we are using TLS and why we are using SSL for single certificate? The reason behind this one, SSL is already outdated, a legacy. What is legacy terminology here? Legacy meaning here old. Okay. So legacy meaning here is a older one. We should not use older ones, or not this one. This one. Okay, so older one. So that older one, if you are using, attacker can hack it. So to eliminate the drawback, so now scientist is invented one of the new protocol that is called TLS, Transport Layer Security. So now we have to use TLS. Okay, not SSL. So under once again TLS also we have a lot of drawbacks are there that we can discuss later. So once again I'm saying don't get confusion. This is your page very first class, and it's completely you cannot get it what I'm saying too. I'm going too much in depth by the way. I know that. So these things why I'm going now itself, because regularly we are going to discuss about all these. So if I'm saying now this one, and you are following on the daily basis so that you will understand easily. So because it's a repeated one, repeated terminology. So next one is DNS, domain name system or domain name server. So whatever, okay, so I am entering example, take Twitter. So once I will enter Twitter here, and if I will give enter here, then it is opening one of the new, and if I'm clicking on this one, now this twitter.com domain name can be converted backend into one of the IP address. So it will convert to IP. Maybe you can ask now, why it has to convert directly? We can use IP address itself. How many numbers you will remember? For each and every website, you are providing one of the IP address. So as a human being, we can remember all these numbers. Is it user friendly? Twitter.com I can remember easy way, it's a word. Facebook.com I can remember. YouTube.com I can remember. But Twitter.com is like a 1.1.1. Or Facebook is 2.2.2.2. Or so Instagram 3.3.3. In such a way, how many things we have to remember? It's difficult. Not only that one, that is secondary, mainly for security purpose. Whenever we are giving here IP address, that IP address number we should not expose to the public. If are exposing that numerical number, as I said previously, IP, maybe attacker will come through that IP also. So that is the reason always for easy remembering purpose, one reason, and security is another reason. For these two reasons, we should not provide. Okay, so IP address, always we have to give the domain name. So whatever I provided, so here twitter.com is a domain name. So how that one is happening, and backend how it is mapping, or how the resolution is happening, how it is converting. So that is through DNS server. Okay. Next one is DHCP. So DHCP full form is dynamic host configuration protocol. Okay, so as I said, for every device, we have one of the numerical number that is maybe it will vary in between 0 to infinity as a decimal number without any characters or alphabetical. So we will assign basically. So now in our organization, maybe 1 lakh laptops are available. Will you go and assign to the each and every laptop one of the number? It's very complicated. So maybe in our organization, so 20,000, sorry, 2 lakh laptops or 2 lakh servers and database are available. For assigning all these machines manual way, providing the number and providing the tagging, it's very difficult. So to eliminate the drawback, we can use DHCP. So for every device, one of the numerical number or IP address we can assign. That IP address not through manual, not through going into the each and every system or log into the system and assigning the system, not in the manual way. For example, if I want to assign the IP address to my system, how many steps it is available, I can show now. So for example, if I want to assign one of the IP address to my system, so I will go to control panel. So I will go to view on network. So then I can go to change adapter settings. So now this is automatically IP address is assigned to my system. How the manual I can show, but this one is automatically assigned. So my system, and it is connected to internet. So now internet is connected and it is exchanging the packets. All these are packets. How many sending, how many receiving. Oh, this is IP address. Okay. Now if I want to assign the IP address manual way, so we have to go to properties. We have to go to the Internet Explorer and properties. Here I can provide the manual way. Now, as I said, in our organization or in our company, maybe 2 lakh machines are available, or 20,000 machines are available, or 3 lakh machines are available, or 50,000. Not only single location, multiple location. My office is located in the Bangalore, Chennai, so Pune or Mumbai or Hyderabad or Ahmedabad and so on. So assigning to the each and every system, so through remote or maybe through virtual or even going to the site, it is very, I mean, very lengthy process. It's very complicated and complex. So log into system and so on. So now I can go and I can assign here also, but this is lengthy and time consuming, and also a lot of drawbacks are existing. To eliminate the drawback, we can use one of the concept is called DHCP, Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol Server. So once we are assigning this server in our organization, there is no need to assign manual way to all these 2 lakh machines, as I said example. So directly we can go to the DHCP server, and DHCP server will allocate IP address. There is no human being is required. There is no person is required to assign IP address. Everything it will come in the dynamic. Once you are connecting through Wi-Fi, or once you are connecting through either LAN or local RJ45 connectivity or Ethernet cable connectivity, then it will connect it automatically. So that is called DHCP. Okay. Next one is DORA. How the IP address will allocate automatically this DHCP server. So using DORA process. What is DORA? Discover, offer, request, and acknowledge. So according to this process, so discover, offer, request, and acknowledge. So according to this one only, DHCP server will allocate IP address automatically. So that is called DORA full form. So next one. ARP. So ARP full form is Address Resolution Protocol. Inter question this one also. So what is address resolution? Whenever any time resolution it is coming here, so you can say like a convert. Resolution synonym is like a convert or map. So what is address resolution now? Address conversion or address resolution or address mapping. Which address? Don't think like our physical address. So this address is IP address. So there are two different types of address will be there for each and every device. One is called IP address and MAC address. Okay. So this IP address and MAC address, ARP protocol, what exactly it will do? It will convert or map or resolute IP address to MAC address. So that is called ARP. Conversion of, okay, IP address to MAC address is called as ARP in simple words. Okay. So next one, SSH. Secure shell. So we have Linux administrator. So that may be Red Hat Enterprise Linux or CentOS or Docker or container or Ubuntu or Debian and so on. So what is the functionality? What exactly they will do? They will do server configuration. First of all, what is client and what is server? Don't think client is, yeah, client has different meanings. Client is nothing but customer also we can call it client. Okay. So even in this scenario, in the IT and software industry, what is client meaning here? Whatever services is getting from the server, that person we can call it as a client. Okay. So now, as I said previously, when you are going to ATM machine and you are withdrawing the money, now you are a client to ATM server. So now you are a client and you are getting the service from the ATM machine, and you are booking one of the food item in the Swiggy or Zomato. So now you are a client to Zomato company. So this is the way how the client, you are getting the service from the Zomato or Swiggy, right? So now coming back, so server meaning here, whoever is providing services to other people. So that is called server. Getting the service is called as a client, and providing the service is called as a server. Okay. So for example, examination results out, and we will go on with anxiety and excitement. We can go and we can enter our roll number and we can see whether we are passed or failed, or whether we got distinction or class first or not. We enter our hall ticket number and we can give the finally click on submit, and we can see whether we are passed or failed, or results it will be, we can see. Now, whatever backend database server it is providing services to all the students. Students are getting the information to know about their examination results. These students we can call client now, and whatever results are providing by the backend database is called a server. Okay, that is called client and server. Client will provide, client will get, not provide. Client will get always services from the server. Server will provide services to the clients. So that is called client and server. Okay. So coming back here, SSH secure shell. So why I brought this topic now? We discussed about Unix. So we have Linux administrator vacancy, also Linux administrator, one of the course content also there. So they will do the configuration of the server, like Linux administrator, Linux supporting. How they will log into the Linux server now? They will use one of the application. That application is called as a putty. For example, from my system, if I want to log into Unix operating system, one of the Unix server, then I can open to putty. So this one you have to install in your system. So now I went to my laptop and I'm logging into putty. I'm entering now Linux server IP address. So example 10.10.10.1. So I click on open here. Now I have to enter the Linux server username and password. Then automatically, if I am providing the correct username and password or correct credentials, then I can log into the Linux server. Okay. So this particular how we are logging through secure shell, whether I am going to the server location where the server is located and I am logging into the server, no, I am making everything remotely or virtually. So this one is through remote I am accessing the server. So example, maybe we are a part of Linux administrator and we got project SBI Bank, and we are working for TCS company. TCS company got project for SBI Bank. Okay, now, so one of the servers has issue. So maybe you are working for TCS Hyderabad location, and so our SBI Bank is located headquarters in the Mumbai. So if you want to fix the problem, will you travel to Mumbai location and you will fix the issue? No. From the Hyderabad the TCS location itself, you have to log in virtually, not physically. If you are going to the site and you are fixing the issue is called a physical. But you are sitting in the Hyderabad location and through virtually you are fixing the issue, or remotely you are fixing the issue. So log into the system. How that is possible? We have different apps. Apps are available like AnyDesk or Team Viewer or couple of team meetings or Gmail, or there are so many. But here putty application I'm using to log into the remote server where the SBI Bank server is located from the TCS Hyderabad location. I no need to travel. So then I can log into the system. How that is possible? That is possible Unix server logging into system. How that is possible? Through secure shell. So why we can use secure shell? To log into Unix operating system. Okay. So that's all today, guys, and we will continue tomorrow these definitions, and we have another 100, I think. So I will try to complete tomorrow all those. Day after tomorrow, what I'm going to do? So definitions. So definitions in the sense, whatever I said, okay, I'm saying everything, but your understanding or not, that is different story. So you should understand, that is my motto or goal or objective. Okay. So now whatever I said, once again, I will repeat. So that is part of the definition. That one I'm going to do day after tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll complete all these abbreviations or acronyms or full forms. So whatever we are going to discuss in future. And by the by, here, whatever we are discussing, don't think like it's a basics and we can ignore. There are so many interrogation questions. In this one itself, we can make 5 to 6 interrogation questions. Regularly, we can expect. Example, TCP UDP difference, interrogation question. Active Directory Domain Controller difference, interrogation question. So next one, HTTP, HTTPS, interrogation question. Okay. And what is DNS, interrogation question? What is SL TLS difference, interrogation question? What is DORA, interrogation question? What is DHCP, interrogation question? What is ARP? All these are interrogation questions only. So anyways, so these are all our abbreviation or full forms only. But day after tomorrow, once again, for each and every abbreviation, whatever we are going to discuss today and tomorrow, so I can provide the definition as well. Once we are going to complete all those definitions, then only I can start our main course content or syllabus. So that means it will take another 3 to 4 classes to complete the definitions. So that's all for today. Do you have any questions? Hope everyone got the drive access.
No, I don't have access.
Yeah, just you can ping me in WhatsApp number. Are you there in
Yeah.
the group?
Yeah,
Yeah, just you can ping. Otherwise, you can ping personally also. Just
yeah,
I can give the access.
yeah, okay.
And once again, example today I completed the so definition. So within half an hour, what I will do, whatever recorded video it will be there. I can upload the date. Today is 15th, 10th, sorry 15th October. Otherwise 2024. And what the concept we discussed today? We discussed about abbreviations, cybersecurity abbreviations, or full forms or acronyms. So that is the way how the naming convention I will give, so that you can go and you can refer easily. Is it clear?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions from anyone?
Nothing.
Okay, guys. Then thank you so much. See you tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. Good night.
Sure. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.